In this lecture, we are going to learn how to search for classes and files. If you hit Ctrl+N, a window is going to appear where you can search for classes. So, if I search for X, all the classes whose name contains X are going to show up. And in addition to that, you can search in the full qualified name of the class, not just the simple name. The simple name would be this one, just the name of the class. And the full qualified name would be the one containing the package name. There are several options here. This is the funnel option. It allows you to filter by file type, but I don't actually know why it is here. Because when you are searching for a Java class, you are going to filter in all Java file types. And there is a smaller granularity in order to choose between interfaces, classes, annotations, or things like that. If you click on one of the results, it's going to open into the editor. There is another option here as a checkbox that allows you to search for things into your dependencies. Meaning, if you are including jar files into your project, you are also going to search into those files. And here you can clearly see that we are searching for things containing X within the jars of the runtime. We are going to see right now how to include package search into the search. We have 6 classes with the same name, but all of them are in different packages. Just for clarification, the difference between com_his_idea and com_his_idea_good is that the former is a direct child of the package idea, and the latter one is a child of the package good. So what happens if I want to find any class containing the name X within the package his_idea, regardless whether it is a direct child or not? The last component of the name we have written is the class name, and the previous components are the package name the class has to be within. But the point here is that these package names have to be in the same order as the package structure. What does that mean? If I change the order, instead of his idea I write idea his, I don't find anything, because they have to be exactly in the same order. But if I search for com_idea, we see that we find 4 classes, but those classes have a package between com and idea, and they are found as well. So, going back to the example, we are looking for classes containing X and packages containing his idea, and we have gotten 2 results. So, what happens if I only want to specify one of the packages? For example, all the classes contained in the package his. I can do that with the asterisk. We have to disable this because otherwise it's going to take much longer. And as you can see, the asterisk is very important because otherwise you are not going to get any results. You can see here we are searching for all the classes contained in a package containing the name his, meaning that my and your are not going to show up, as you can see here. And what happens if you don't actually know what the package name is? Maybe you have a slight idea of what it could be. Maybe you want to look for idea, but you don't actually remember the name, but you remember that you put id as a prefix. If that's the case, you can do things like id asterisk. And then you are going to find all the classes contained in a package containing the name id. That's why these are going to show up that are contained in the package idea. But this one is not going to show up. As you can see here, this one appears in this search, but not in the previous one. So you can search for sequences of letters of the package name. You could have also written DE, and it would show the same result. The only important thing is that the letters appear in the same way in the package name, but you cannot invert, for example, the two last letters. But what happens if you don't know two consecutive letters of the package name? For example, you remember that the package name started with an I and ended with an A, but you don't actually remember what is in the middle. In order to do that, just write the first letter, use the asterisk as a wildcard, and write the last letter. And as you can see, we get all the classes contained in a package that starts with an I and ends with an A. Right now, the XApp package has shown up. Another thing we would like to search for is classes containing the name X but that are not direct children of a certain package. If I search for his X, we get all these packages. And as you can see, in the second one, X is a direct child of the package his. In the other ones, it is not. So if we want to get all the classes except the direct children of the package his, we just have to place an asterisk here. And as you can see, that one went away. The asterisk here is playing the role of a placeholder. It means here it has to go a package, whatever it is. Well, we are done with classes searches, and I hope you are convinced this is a very powerful feature. Right now we are going to see about file search. We can open the same window by hitting Ctrl-Shift-N. You just have to type here the name of the file, for example, secret. Here you have the same search capacities as you had in the classes search, but instead of using dots, you will have slashes. Here, the funnel functionality is useful. We could just select HTML files and we would get all those files containing the name secret. The funnel functionality is useful if you have to select different file types at once. If not, if you want to select just one, there is another way that it's easier. You just have to place an asterisk and then type the extension .html.